This is the story of the power that made Rome great. The most disciplined and deadly force in the ancient world. The Roman legions. Though history remembers the names of emperors and generals, it's these ordinary men who carved and kept an empire. They trained. They fought. They marched thousands of miles on roads that they themselves had built. Using the ancient records, scientific research, and extraordinary archaeological finds, we trace their journey as invaders, killers, peacekeepers, colonists. From the furthest frontiers back to the city for which they fought and died. These are the men of the Roman military machine. A Roman legionary is not only expected to march 20 miles a day, carrying his kit. He also has to build the roads he walks on. In this age, the single greatest instrument of state control is a strip of land between 12 and 30 foot wide.
The greatest engineering feat of the Romans was not the Colosseum. It was not the Pantheon. It was not the aqueducts. It was their road system.
When they first arrived, there were only mud tracks. But over time, the Romans built 10,000 miles of road.
The primary function of the roads is military. And long after the troops have gone home, this remains as a statement. This territory is ours, and we can be here at a moment's notice, at speed, and crush you.
This is the world of history's most notorious murderer. A world where life was cheap, where life expectancy was less than 30 years. Where a woman could be bought for the price of a loaf of bread. Where people and vermin fought for space. This is the dark heart of the largest empire the world has ever seen. Exposed at the point of a knife.
If you want a modern parallel, then I think the Beltway sniper, who was able to terrorize Washington in exactly the same way that Jack was able to terrorize London, holding the capital of the most powerful country in the world to ransom.
We return to a time when the Ripper reigned. Taste what it was like to live through the terror. Rebuild the streets where he walked. Recreate the sights and sounds he knew. We enter a living nightmare and witness the birth of a legend. This is the world of Jack the Ripper.
So, it's the night of the 30th. We're coming along here late, about 1 in the morning.
That's right.
What's going on?
Well, this is now called Berners Street. There was a chap called Louis Diemschutz who worked at the International Workers' Educational Club, which was positioned at number 40 Berners Street. He was coming home on his pony and cart from selling costume jewelry.
We have a great deal of information about this case, high profile as it is, because police records were meticulously kept.
The gateway started here and it ended about here. And as he pulled the pony and cart into the gateway, the pony whinnied, shied away to the left. It wouldn't go any further. So Louis Diemschutz jumps off. He strikes a match to see what's disturbed the pony. He found the body of Liz Stride.
Elizabeth Stride was Swedish, but due to having a bit of luck with some money from an inheritance, she used that money to come to London, to come to England, in the hope of a better life.
For 2 years, a team of top scientists have been secretly studying a unique fossil.
This fossil will probably be the one that will be pictured in all textbooks for the next 100 years.
They believe it could be one of our earliest primate ancestors.
Well, it's really a kind of Rosetta Stone because it ties together parts we haven't been able to associate before.
Have they found our oldest complete primate ancestor?
The fossil has more information in it than in any fossil I've ever seen.
Their research has stunned the world.
In the moment when the results of our investigations will be published, this will be just like an asteroid hitting the Earth.
Jörn and the team want to look to the forests of East Africa and our closest relative, the chimpanzee.
If we look at the anthropoid primates, we have to go to Africa to look at chimpanzees, to see something that's more advanced, more specialized in a way that's a little bit more like human traits. It's wonderful. You can compare them and you can compare their skeletal features with Ida.
Ida shares the classic primate characteristics with chimps. They are quadrupeds, walking on all fours, as she would have done in the ancient forest.